If you're a beginner in real estate, chances are there is a huge gap between what you expect in real estate investing versus the actual reality of real estate investing.
In today's video, we're gonna help bridge that gap for you so that you know what is myth along your real estate journey and what you can actually be prepared for. This way, you'll be able to get into the game faster, easier, and start creating cash flow now.
Over the past 20 years, we have learned our share of expectation versus reality in real estate. And this is literally a sneak peek to what we teach our students on a daily basis. So let's get into it. There are so many myths on what it takes to get started in multifamily investing.
Now, one of the most costly wrong expectations is that some people expect there to be zero challenges throughout a deal. This wrong expectation is typically held by highly intelligent, high risk-taking go-getters that believe they can figure this out on their own.
That was me back in 2003, and let me just say that I made a lot of costly mistakes. Most of them were bigger than my do-it-yourself ego. In fact, I lost $80,000 in one day, which is an entirely separate video for an entirely different time, and at some point you need to watch it though. But I lost that money because I had figured out a system that worked for my first couple of deals. So I arrogantly assumed that every deal would go just as smoothly until it didn't. And here's the harsh reality. Every deal is different.
The two most common challenges that you're gonna face before you even close the deal are, one, finding that there's more wrong with the property than was disclosed, and two, lender issues that delay or even prevent your closing. So here are our tips for navigating around those challenges. But first, if you like this video so far, smash that like button. Help us drive the algorithm and get more of our videos out in front of people just like you.
Okay, when it comes to finding out that there's more wrong with the property than you actually anticipated, we face that situation every deal. And so do our students. This is one of the many challenges that you might encounter after you have a deal under contract, yet before you actually get to the closing table. And it doesn't have to be a deal stopper.
In this situation, you take the inspection report and you create a formal price reduction request based on the items that are outside the scope of what was already disclosed by the seller. You're also going to have bids from your contractors that you can reference for the work that has to be done so that you can actually substantiate your price reduction request. You can ask for that amount in the form of either a price reduction or you can ask for a credit to fix those repairs at the time of closing.
Now, the seller might agree right away, or they might present you with a counter offer that you can accept, or if those terms don't pencil out, you can counter offer the counter offer right back.
The second challenge is related to the lender. So there's many times where the lender requires you to jump through unimaginable hoop after hoop after hoop up till and at closing, and sometimes their requests can't be met. This is where most people give up. But no, not you. You do not ever need to give up because you watched this video and you know that Jen and Stacy always advise you should always have at least 3 lenders vetted and ready for each of your deals.
Make sure you interview 3 lenders and work them through each of your deals. Prioritize the lender with the best options so that if they don't pan out, now you've got 2 more lenders as a contingency so that you still close your deal.
Isn't multi-investing fun?
It is.
Drop a comment below. Do you like negotiating or would you rather have a boil in your armpit? We're master negotiators and we would love to help you. Let loose in the comments so that we can chime in and help you get comfortable with the art of negotiating.
Now, let's say that you've been sitting on the sidelines and you already know that there will be challenges, yet you're ready. But if you only have time, right? How many times do we hear that? Know this, you're not alone. We've helped hundreds of students and 95% of them are actually working professionals that held this same wrong expectation, that it takes too much time to invest in multifamily.
Here's a huge secret. All the gurus out there want you to believe that there isn't enough time. Why?
So that you'll need them. So that you need them via syndication. Because you can just invest in their 506B or 506C deal while they do all the work and you simply just sit back and collect your distributions.
Or even worse, they get you to believe that you can be the syndicator easily and effortlessly, which couldn't be further from the truth. Here is the harsh reality. Syndication takes a lot of time and a lot of money just to get started. As a syndicator, you have to play by the SEC's rules in order to raise money legally, which means you have to hire an SEC attorney to get a private placement memorandum, also known as a PPM. And that can cost anywhere between $8,000 and $30,000. It's not the best strategy for beginners, which is why we don't teach it to our students until they're in year 2 with us.
So what do we teach instead?
We teach joint ventures. So joint ventures is when you have 2, 3, or 4 people who are all doing the deal together, putting their money in, and operating. So what does all this have to do with having enough time? Well, since you're not going to be doing syndication, you're going to save time hiring an attorney, save time getting a PPM in place, and now you can block off 2 hours a day and take those small actions that compound throughout the week to get you into your first deal within 90 days.
I began my real estate journey in 2003 while working full-time, 60 to 80 hours a week, and I learned how to bend time because of it. And you can do the same. Here's a couple of tips. I want you to cut out the excess in your life. Wherever you can, sacrifice any activity that is not serving you. That will require you to do soul searching. Bookend your day. Have a beginning of day routine, a midday routine, and an end of day routine. And make sure you're taking at least 2 actions daily to move forward. And you can attend our weekly training every Wednesday so that you can ask Stacy and I questions live.
Now let's talk about the third wrong expectation that 99% of people have when they first get started. I need a lot of money to do this. That is not facts.com. You personally need some money to get started, but not a lot. I see you leaning in, raising your eyebrow while looking at me like, have I lost my ever-loving mind? But it's true. You don't need a lot of money.
Keep your nest egg tucked away and use $3,000 to $6,000 for EMDs, inspections. We actually have a course on that exact topic on unlimited capital. We use it every day, and so do our students. They use it every day to get their deals funded.
A recent example is our student Andy Borsis. He raised $1.5 million in 4 months after having his mindset shift about having money conversations.
And the fact is, you're connected to more people with money than you probably realize. Your physician, your dentist, your chiropractor, real estate agent, nurses, your family, your friends, any of the friends and coworkers that just got that fat bonus. You can help them get a return on their money and some cash flow and some equity. There's so many ways to get others involved and get them an opportunity to make money with you.
In Andy's case, he leveraged our unlimited capital approach, plus he's in our academy. So there's hundreds of other investors that have money and they want to partner up instead of just going solo. With over 200 joint venture deals inside our academy, our students are never alone on this journey. Does that sound like a community that would benefit you? Then be sure to come and see us at our weekly training. It's free and it's followed by a live Q&A with Jen and I, so we can help jumpstart your journey.
If you guys enjoyed this video, check out this video on how to buy your first multifamily rental property.
We'll walk you through the steps of getting into your first property, even if you've never done a deal before. See you next week.